So, I'm back to work here this morning and we're back in the laundry room. Ted and Pete finished digging the floor out, which is brilliant. So my job this week is to try and get the walls all done. Now, the problem we have here is that back in the day when cement was very popular, people decided to put it absolutely everywhere. And the problem with these stone walls is that with this cement on it, it doesn't allow it to breathe or move. Now that's a major problem because it means that all we have is a big damp space. So this has all got to come off. So I'm going to have to use the SDS on it today. My only worry is that why did they put all this cement on there? Did they see that the wall was moving, that they had movement in it? Which means it could be collapsing, which is the problem we had on our wall over to the side here, right back when we first arrived and we had to rebuild it. So I'm going to have to go very carefully with the SDS, chip it off and see what we've got. The idea is today to try and prep all of this wall and start this side so then we can relay the flooring. It's a big task for this week to try and get all these walls done. I don't know whether we're going to get it done by the end of the week, but that is the deadline really. It would be great if we could. Let's see how we get on. So first thing today, prepping the wall. Tomorrow coming in, giving it a mortar. Better get my tools together.
Hansy likes to be close to the action.
Yes.
Hansy,
sitting
come
right
in.
in the way, Hansy Bansy.
Hansy, come on.
Let's get ready for action, Hansy.
You're making great inroads.
Oh,
Are you suffering?
oh, my shoulder.
Would you like a cup of tea?
I'd love a cup
And
of
would
tea.
you like a little bit of sausage roll or something like that? Shall I warm them up? Do you want to warm them up? Yeah? You've done a fantastic job.
Well-
And really, in a couple of hours, you've
Yeah.
done most of the thing.
Well, the entire wall, this wall is now, I've just got this last little bit to get off. But there is cement here, and that is cement on that wall.
Well, that's cement up there.
Yeah. So up to here, because this is where we redid the wall, where we rebuilt it. So I know this is all mortar, but this, I've just keep getting off. This is all cement here. So this all needs to come off as well. Then I
Yeah.
think that's it. So
You've got to be very, very careful with that because
Yeah.
we still think that wall might be slightly.
yeah,
So I wouldn't go mad with it.
yeah. But I do need to get the cement off.
Well, I wouldn't go mad
What I
with
don't
it,
want to
as
do
I
is
say.
come back and, you know, you leave a bit, and then a couple of years later.
This doesn't look like cement to me.
Well, this all was here. This is here.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, so all
but
this
there's-
brown
where
stuff.
it's smoothed,
Yeah.
it's probably cement. But
Yeah,
I don't
and then
know.
I think we get to here, and I'm
Yeah.
sure this is.
I'm sure that's where you
mortar,
first
Yeah.
ever did any mortaring, because I'm sure you did it in that corner.
This is, isn't it? My
I think
first
it's-
foray into mortaring, and look where it's got me.
Yeah, you poor,
Look at the state of this, though. Look
you
at
poor
this.
woman. Well, this here was done as a remedial work, you know, after the wall fell down, and so yeah. But come and have a
Right.
cup of tea, baby.
So with the cement all removed in record time, it was time to get the cement mixer working and to get rendering. So you've all seen me do pointing before, and I've told you how to do pointing. Anybody that wants to see pointing, I'll put a link in the description, get my teeth in, to some of the videos that we've done on that. But this is rendering, and it's the same process, just different.
That's good, isn't it? Same process, but it's different.
That makes no sense at all.
No. It's the same process, but it's different.
Okay, I'll explain. So it's the same mix and everything, and it kind of is the same process. You prepare your wall exactly the same, so try and get it as dust free as you can. These stone walls you're never going to get completely dust free, but as dust free as you can. Wet it like we have done before, because mortar sticks to the wetness. And what you do when you're rendering is put a thin layer, so I'll show you, and it's better just to do it with your hands. Get a good pair of neoprene gloves and put a thin layer on, like so. Just spread it against the wall, and then what happens is, where you've wet the wall and the stone and whatever you've got behind it is wet, as this starts to dry, and literally within 10-15 minutes you'll notice a difference. The wall sucks in the moisture from your wet mix and sucks it against the wall. You then, once it's done that, go over and do another layer with the spatula. So I'll keep showing you. Using my hands first of all. Now I've got a huge hole here, so I'm just going to chuck some water in there because I'm going to put stone in there. Now this is very, very messy. So I would say, if you're doing any renovating, do this first before you do any floors or anything else. Let's see if we can find a spot. It's going to fit in there nicely. Oh, yes. perfect fit. Now the thing with rendering is, it's actually a lot quicker than pointing, to the fact that you can just slap it on. You don't have to go in between all the stones. And you don't have the brushing back process. Where on the pointing, we brush back all the individual stones to make them look really pretty. You're not doing that with this. So you do save yourself a lot more time. However, you use a lot more mix for this. So where you save your time with the process of putting it on the wall, that time is spent doing all your mixes. Okay, so I've got my first mix on the wall. Take my smaller spatula and I'm just going to push it against the wall. This has only had 5 minutes, so it doesn't take long for it to get stuck on there. And we get a spatula. Hold your spatula and just push it up the wall until it smooths out.
So while Lisa's rendering the walls, what we need to do is inset pieces of timber, because obviously it's difficult to fix anything to the walls once it's rendered because we've got no stone. We can't see the stone, so you can't fix anything decent into the render because it will just blow out. So what I'm doing is screwing timbers to the wall, so when we want to attach our cabinets or attach our armoires or anything like that, or the pipe work that's got to run round, everything's got an anchor point. So that's my theory anyway. And I've done most of the wall so she can get on and render. She can also render up to this wall, so it gives her an idea of depth. How she's not going too thick or too thin or whatever like that. It gives her an idea. So that's what we've done at the moment. We've got the last few pieces to go in over the side where we're going to have the washing machine and tumble dryer. The stone is so soft.
What is the stone?
The stone is so soft. I think it's maybe, I don't know, because it's ancient, or it's just, you know, when you can drill in the stone with just a drill, no hammer action on the drill or anything like that, and then the bit starts to go in. It's not splitting, which is good, but the trouble with a lot of these walls is trying to find big anchor points. So, because if you go into a little bit of stone, I don't know, something like that, you've got a danger that it's going to split open. It'll probably still hold the fixing, but it's not going to be as strong. It doesn't. This is really so I can build a false wall to have something to go up. Flat surface, so I can have a flat surface to put stuff on and to also hide pipe work and all that.
day 2 over. I am absolutely whacked today, I have to say, but I've got a load done. Really happy with what I've got done. I've even been able to do the window, and if I got to here I would have been happy, but the fact that I've done a bit more. So yeah, we're on target. Another day tomorrow. So day 3 on the wall, and yeah, it's going really well actually. I'm quite pleased with how much I'm getting done in a day. We had to take yesterday off because we had to go to Limoges to pick up some materials and went to see Hugh in the hospital, but I've still got a lot to do. It's looking good, but a lot to get done today, by the end of today. Whether we get there or not, because we are running out of sand, so we might have to run out and get another load of sand. But fingers crossed, crack on, really try and plough on today. Now, I'm concentrating on this side where it's going to be shut off to the public. This is the side to my right that we're going to have all of the storage and the fridge freezers and everything else. So I'm concentrating on that, because then Ted can come in once I've done the walls and put the ceiling in. Then once he's put the ceiling in, I can come in and do the floor. Whilst he's doing the ceiling in that side, I can continue in this side. So it's all about planning and making sure we're making the use of all of our time. The floor will obviously take quite some time to set and go off before we can start walking on it. So we need to do as much as we can before that. Whilst that's setting, we can then go upstairs and start on the apartment 4. Now, a lot of people said, why aren't you starting on the apartment first? It all needs to be done by the 1st of June anyway. But you really have to think when you're doing these renovation projects about your time. And yeah, the planning is really, really important. We've learnt that from the very beginning. We made some mistakes in the beginning that took up a lot of our time. And we've learned as we've gone along to make sure we plan properly. So that's why we're starting down here, because you have to think about where all the pipework's going, where all the water's going, because this room and the apartment up the top is all going to be connected to the same ballon, a very large ballon. So all of the water needs to come from that one ballon for the 2 rooms and come down. So we're kind of working our way up. It's really hard to explain unless you know the whole planning and where all the wires come in and go out and everything else, but that is why we're starting down here. And also it means that any time that Ted is upstairs sorting stuff out that I can't be involved in, I have this room that I can be preparing and getting ready and sorting all the other rooms out. So yeah, to us it makes sense. There is a method in our madness. But anyway, crack on today and try and finish this half of the room anyway. But it's coming on really well. I'm really pleased with it. Anyway, I'll fill up my water. What's the matter, baby? You got a problem?
Not so much a problem. It's just I'm trying to figure out how I can move this water pipe that we put in temporarily because of the summer kitchen, which went diagonally across the ceiling. Of course, we don't want it across the ceiling now. And I'm thinking, can I direct it down this wall, which I can obviously box in, and then on the other side, out of the public side of the laundry room, and down and out, and still go out the same way that it came in, or that it was going out before. So yeah, run it down there, run it on the other side of the beam, if I can get it down there, other side of the beam, into the private side, and out to the summer kitchen.
I think that'd be fine because as long as there's no boxing in this area.
Well, there will be, unfortunately. There will be a little bit of boxing in, but you won't
But
notice
not
it.
major boxing.
No,
as long
no,
as
no.
the major boxing of big pipes and things on the other side,
Yeah,
that's private.
That's what I'm trying to do. And so all the electrics and everything will be on that side, out of the public space. There will be, I think, if I run it down here, you'd probably have a little bit of boxing in on the top here, and then obviously here, there's where the units are going to go. There's going to be a flat wall, which is going to hide any electrics and any water pipe from the washing machines and stuff.
Oh, that's perfect, baby.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Rock and
Go
roll.
for it.
I will.
What's the matter? Is that water supposed to be coming out?
Oh, that's better.
Ted's got a leak.
No, I haven't got a leg.
Not Ted's having a leak.
It sounded like it, didn't it?
So while Ted continued rerouting his water pipes, I finished the wall. Eventually. So it's been a good week. We've got so much done this week.
Yep.
When you think, the rendering of the walls, I think, changes this room completely.
It's extraordinary. You've done such a brilliant job. And in a very small amount of time, really. It's. I wonder how many mixes you did. You're probably about 12, 13, maybe something like that. That's an awful lot of sand and lime on the walls.
Yeah. But that will really help this room soak up all the moisture and really stabilise this room, which is great. And the fact that you got the wood up, so that we remembered to put that up this time, so you can, any of the furniture we can actually batten against the wall.
Yeah, and my waste pipe can go in and it has anchor points, everything like that. We can put in false walls wherever we need to. My water pipe is now redirected and out of the way. It's for the summer kitchen and for the outside toilets. It's available there. It's all available ready for us to put in the white goods when we do that.
Yeah.
So it's really good.
Good week.
Yeah. Lots more to do, but we're on our way.
We're on track. So
We're on track.
Come back on Monday to see the progress, but don't forget, like and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing.
No. And always thumbs up or thumbs, whatever you like, really. What you can do, whatever you like.
And comments.
Comments, please, because that's fantastic. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you all again Monday.
See you Monday. Bye.
A bientôt.
Okay, I think air delivery will be here soon, so
Ooh, look at how I've
let's
got to move
crack
some
off.
stuff around.